Okay, good morning, HomeTek Garden Rooms. Don't know what the date is today, or what day we're on, but anyway, yesterday was a bit of a washout. Had a bit of a family emergency yesterday, and basically our family pet had an accident on the road and got hit by a vehicle. So I had to shoot off from here and go and sort that out. And the good news is he's doing quite well. He's in the vets. He has to have some surgery on his hip, his pelvis, but hopefully he'll fully recover, and so that's the good news about it. But nevertheless, a bit of a shock, and for those of you who have dogs, you know that they're part of the family. So yeah, so wishing him a full recovery. It's going to take a while, but anyway, hopefully he'll be back to normal. But anyway, I'm back here today. Today's Saturday. I'm actually on my own today, so I came to finish off the last bits in the roof. So I'm just about to do the last section here. So as you see, when you put in an EPDM roof and you do a cross cut, you have to weatherproof the edges. So this is the weatherproof tape, and this one's single-sided because it's designed for around a roof light or an upstand. So this side's not sticky, the other side is sticky, and it's covered with the tape, as you see. So what I've done is I've cut a piece, done two sections like that, so it will literally sit in like that and be bended around. I can't do it because I'm holding the camera with the other hand. So once you've done that, as you can see, I've used this primer, so that prepares the EPDM to stick down this flashing tape onto it. So you've got to let that dry for a little while. We have a few sprinkles of rain. It's not too bad, but I want to get this roof weatherproofed. So there's a completed one there. So basically that's weatherproofed that completely. And I've done the front sections already, so they're all done. So our roof light is going to sit down on a bed of silicone on top of this. We'll have a nice bed of silicone here all the way around, and the roof lights, which will be a step double glaze unit, so the top glazing will be coming out somewhere like this, and then the interior glazing will fit inside the actual roof aperture. And as you can see, I have put a 19 by 38 batten in there, and the plasterboard is flush up to there. So when the roof light goes in and the top glass is actually sitting at this level here, you're going to have the spacer bar, and then you're going to have your internal glass sitting around here. So what you do is once the glass is actually in place, you get another 19 by 38 batten, and that's pushed in. Once the glass is in place, it's pushed in right up underneath the double glazed unit, the underneath glass, pushed in and nailed through. So in that case then, because these double glazed units, they have a spacer bar and they're literally glued together, the 19 by 38 batten is going to keep the two glasses from separating. I've done quite a few of these glass roof lights before, so that's the way you put them in. And then with the 19 by 38 batten in there, we'll be able to get a sheet of plasterboard straight on there, and that'll go straight up to the glass, the underside of the glass, and then the whole lot will be skimmed in around here as well with plaster. So that will be a nice finish, and then after that painted. So you'll have plasterboard all the way up to the glass. So I'm just about to put this last flashing strip down, and then that will weatherproof this, and then I'm just going to cover up the roof aperture and continue with the plasterboarding inside. Do a bit of that anyway today. Right, so also the other I've done the weathering strip in between, which is on that joint there. So that one is very similar to this, but it is double-sided. So what you do is you mark where your joining felt is with a pencil, so a pencil line all the way down the edge there. Then you fold the EPDM back, then you paint in the primer in underneath. You stick down the tape so it's coming up towards the pencil mark that you've done beforehand, and then with the felt rolled back, then you prime the other side of the felt, the EPDM. You prime the other side, let that get tacky, and then you peel off the tape that you put in, the joining strip, and then you lay it back and you smooth it out and make sure it sticks down properly. So that's how you do that, and I've done that a little bit earlier. But this here now is a weatherproof seal. So I've made sure it's covering at the corners there, which it is. So that is good to go. So because this is literally, it's not like a roofing felt where it comes in 1 meter rolls. This was one sheet. So yes, we do have a joint there, and we do have an opening in the roof, but apart from that, there's nowhere else this can leak. So, you know, and the good thing, this can be repaired at any time. If there's someone's cuts it or whatever, this can be repaired with some of this tape. So it can be primed and sealed up. So it is a great roofing material. So anyway, so we're more or less getting 100% weather tight now. So these coverings here will just be put on top here, and then if it does rain today, all the water should run down and off the back of the roof, and we won't have any leaks at all in here, because now that we've got plasterboard up, we don't want any leaks at all, because it will make the plasterboard mushy. So that's what we don't want. So yeah, so we should have hopefully the roof light in next week sometime. And we've got some tidying up over that side to do, maybe take up the decking, clear out all the excess rubbish. The problem with this site is there's not much space for storing materials, so we're constantly fighting for space to store stuff, but we're getting there anyway, so which is good. But anyway, that's just a quick update. It's Saturday today, and hopefully get some of the plasterboarding done today. I'd like to get the plasterboarding finished and the back boxes in place for the sockets, and hopefully as well the lights drilled out of the ceiling. So the lights in the ceiling, you know, what we're going to do is run some string lines down so we get all these lights in line, and then space them out a bit, measuring, space them out with the measuring tape so we get equal spacing between them, and then drill them out, pull the cables down, make sure we can get to the cables, which we should be absolutely fine because they're all up there, and then that's ready for plastering, really. We've got a wireless access points going up here. That's a Ubiquiti wireless access point, which is going to serve them for wireless internet in here. And we've got, if you remember, we have our Cat 6 external graded cable coming through there. So they're ready to be connected up in the near future. So they have a wired full speed internet connection, network connection. They also have a wireless connection, so we've got the best of both worlds. So yeah, so they're kind of getting set up there. So anyway, I'm going to crack on, put this last bit of tape down before the rain gets too much and cover up the roof, and then onto a bit of plasterboarding in here. Hopefully get this all set up today, ready for skimming. So I will catch you later. Cheers, bye.